think it's the backside. No. It's one in Blue Island. We wait for some people to come on because I know they like. I know it's just not super on Sunday.
When you get here, you get here. You know what I'm saying?
I know this not super on a Sunday. Ain't nobody out there yet.
Ain't nobody out here.
Just waiting. Cause you know it's Sunday.
I can't wait.
I want to show them this memorial though.
They better go back and rewind.
I'm dead. Look at y'all. D Love is she is suited, booted. Let me show.
He knows better.
Oh, okay. The audio must have got to turn when I went and turned it back. Okay, so yeah, we're out here at the Broadview Ice Facility. This particular facility, the mayor of this town, Broadview, Illinois, she wants to close this ice facility because it is causing such a ruckus in her village. If you go to, I think it was the last Broadview meeting, she got so mad that she adjourned the meeting without asking for adjournment. There go D Love right there. You got things written on the street. Let's see what this one say on the street. It says, God created man in their own image. In the image of God, they were created. Jews and Greeks How are we treating God's image bearers? Wow, that's interesting. I think that's a fair statement. But you have all types of things written out here in chalk on the ground. You have all types of things written on the concrete barriers. People were calling, there's a quote here from Anne Frank. If you don't know Anne Frank, that was the Holocaust. It's all sorts of things. They wrote, keep off the ICE facility, people. We keep us safe. There's all types of things written on here. They left chalk for you to write whatever somebody wrote. ICE. So you got people on that side. You have people on this side. Now they taunting ICE. Look at this. Not they said they kidnapping kids. Said they kidnapping kids. Hello, I'm live on my YouTube channel. How long have you been out here?
I arrived here about an hour ago. Just been editing photos. I was here yesterday, did some shooting, so a lot of footage to go through. So I figured instead of doing it at a coffee shop, might as well be here.
I know that's right. And why are you supporting? Are you supporting the protesters? Are you supporting?
So I'm first and foremost, I'm in a capacity as a journalist out here. So I take pictures, videos. I certainly I try to just tell the story as I'm actually seeing it occur with minimal commentary. However, that said, I am certainly not pro ICE.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell this story, right,
Yeah.
without being on one side or the other.
Yes,
I,
it's very clear. It's easier. Sides have been very clearly and purposely drawn. There's not a lot of middle ground, in my opinion. At least as far as it goes to how they're dealing with protesters here, and then how they're dealing overall with Operation Midway Blitz in Chicago. There's not a lot of gray area, in my opinion, as to.
Now let's talk about this as journalists, though. Okay, so I like to give both perspectives. So let's start with the perspective of, what do you think this is an assault on? Like, is there a bigger picture to this assault, or what do you think this is actually about?
As far as their presence in the Chicago area in general, yeah, I mean, you just look at the ICE's own numbers that they put out. Anywhere from 70 to 90% of the individuals that they are taking in the Chicago area don't have criminal records at all whatsoever, nonetheless, much less violent criminal records. So if their overarching goal is to target the worst of the worst criminals, which is what they're all saying, they're clearly not doing that. Even on the lower end, 70% not having a criminal conviction, that still is. Those are pretty damning numbers.
Okay.
So the intent is clearly, regardless of the intent, the actual thing that is really happening on the ground on a day-to-day basis is they're taking people who have no criminal convictions, who are most of them trying to do it the right way. A lot of them aren't going to court. A lot of them are trying to get the documentation they need. ICE is snatching them up at court hearings. So I think the overarching goal, despite what the official getting people off the violent criminals off the streets, the official goal is indeed just to get people out of here that they perceive and have been working on building a public perception of being horrible people that are mooching off the system. That's what they're trying to do. And yeah, they're being very successful at it. They're ruining a lot of lives, a lot of families, and it's pretty important.
So, with recent journalists being able to get on YouTube, I think that we have the best ability to tell the real story, right? Because 3 U.S. citizens were arrested yesterday, I believe, was up in Evanston, and they're U.S. citizens. So that's now being investigated by Evanston because they're U.S. citizens that were arrested yesterday. For me, the overarching thing here is it's an assault really on the Constitution,
Yes.
right? Because we've had Felon 47 assaulting the very fabric of what this country was built on. People were fleeing from England under a dictator king to this land. So they're not even legally born indigenous to this land, right? So for me, the bigger picture is they're trying to see if they can overreach your constitutional rights. Because once you touch this soil, you have those rights. That's what this country was built on.
And that I agree with you to the point of like they are trying to redefine who the Constitution is for. They're trying to redefine it to the Constitution is for people who are rich enough, influential enough to get here the right way, which is, I mean, let's just be honest, it's very few individuals are able to meet that criteria except for from affluent countries. I mean, let's just look again. Yeah, I think it was yesterday or 2 days before that. The administration limited refugees to 7,500 refugees. That's the cap this year that they're going to be able to take, and most of those are white Africans.
So do you
from persecution in South Africa. So, like, the point is to redefine, as you said, what is the Constitution? Who's it for?
right?
And traditionally in this country, you're right. If you stand foot in this nation, you have certain rights that are protected.
Due process.
Due process, and even if you're illegal, let's keep in mind that is a civil offense. That is not a criminal offense. It never has been.
But if we look at it, everyone here almost, if you're not Indian or maybe Mexican, is illegal because we were not here,
Yeah.
right? So do you feel like that's why Felon 47 is really creating strong ties with overseas leaders? Because their goal is to really have the Constitution apply to those that can afford it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't extrapolate too much on the foreign policy end of it, but I do definitely suspect that whatever the administration is doing as far as international or foreign policy, they're going to make sure that it agrees with and serves the end of what is going on domestically. Because that's what any president does, whether it's left or right. Like, they want to uphold and support their domestic policy above all things, and the foreign policy is what's going to certainly be at least a buffer from the rest of the world. So it's
Yeah, because how can you tout land of the free and home of the brave if we are arresting the free people?
correct. Yeah, and the whole point of it's land of the free, home of the brave, and at least the traditional context of that is you come. I mean, it's written on the base of the statue. You're like, give me you're weak, you're tired, you're downtrodden, you're oppressed. Like, take it, and that's been, even if it's not officially like written into law, like that has been an American tradition for quite some time. And of course, we've had racist policies enacted like forever.
Yeah, I mean,
limiting immigration, but yeah, at least on the outside, that is what America is all about, right? And this is clearly what's happening now, and what's happened, quite frankly, in the past as well. Back in the early 1900s with the immigration quotas, up until the ICE or the raids in the early 2000s, and under Obama, I mean, he deported more people than Trump's deported. So, like, it is a thing that has been happening forever, and it just proves that, like, despite what we like to put our flashy freedom, home of the brave sticker on everything, the American, at least the political American brand, is this. It's control.
right. I mean, I feel like the country takes the tone of the leader.
Yes.
Right? So previous to Felon 47, we've had a pretty peaceful, we're trying to work with everyone. This is a place that the refugees or, of a political nature or a social nature can come and find rest, just like the Statue of Liberty says, right? But now we have a tone of only certain people are accepted. Right.
Yeah, and those that are here not only are accepted, but those that are here that don't fit that new, the phenotype of what it means to be an American, they have to go. And under the guise of like, well, you can't have SNAP benefits now, not because the Republicans are purposely trying to starve people, but because all the illegals hate it. That's why we don't have SNAP benefits anymore, which is hogwash. So yeah, it's
Not knowing that 35% of white Americans are the ones that actually benefit from SNAP. So they're actually starving their own people, if you want to look at it.
many of which are are Republicans. Like I know personally many people, diehard MAGA, who are on SNAP benefits or were on SNAP and EBT and are also on Medicaid, Medicare. Yeah, they're losing their benefits.
Right. I mean,
They're starting to get really frustrated, and I think that's a really good thing because we need more people from both sides of the political spectrum to realize what is actually going on.
right. So it is the American people.
Problem.
It is the American people, Republican or Democrat, that need to come together because the elderly, whether they're Republic or Democrat, are now suffering in this entire thing, right? What's your name? I want you to tell my people your name.
Yeah, no, my name's Christian.
This is Christian, everybody. Thanks for talking to me, Christian.
You asked some great questions. I appreciate you.
You too. Okay. So we were talking about that conversation. I think, that is the conversation. The overarching thing is that this is an assault on the Constitution. If you talk to a lot of people out here, they think that they're basically out here just for, the immigrants. But eventually it's going to come down to us, right? It's going to come down to the people that cannot afford to pay for our freedom. And that's my thoughts on it. I'm not the smartest person, but if we're looking at a bigger picture, the bigger picture should be a better life for mankind, everyone that lives here, right? So, we got I think a lot more news crews are showing up.
Get on 20th Street anymore.
We're on the other side? Okay.
Where they coming in at?
Oh, okay.
They said it was more people out here yesterday.
Yeah, somebody on my YouTube channel said it was on and popping out here yesterday. We should have came Saturday. We might have to come next Saturday.
We come next Saturday. Oh, yeah, come next Saturday.
Oh, I gotta check. Let me check my schedule first. Hey, Miss Prima Donna.
Hey, prima donna.
D-Love.
Oh, how you go?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Man.
So you got ice down there.
And you see
Let me see if I can.
The army truck right there. The army truck. I saw another TV.
I don't know how many people are actually being held in this facility, Winky Wonder. It's not that big of a facility, so I would imagine that you see these buses over here. I would imagine that they are being bussed out to larger facilities once they go in here and be processed. I would say that they're not staying here at this facility for days and days because this facility is not that large. People are writing over there. See this, sending love and hope to all detainees. That would include American citizens because yesterday 3 U.S. citizens were detained or arrested in Evanston. Yeah, and the Evanston mayor was pissed, boy. He said he about to start an investigation into that. And I didn't know there was a National Guard station over there in Crestwood.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh yeah, plant lady, this crap is really happening. And I thought the judge ordered the fence taken down.
The fence is down.
Where? What was it? Where was the fence?
It was where the police at. The cars at. That's where the fence was at.
That's the only fence they had to take down? Wow. Hey, Miss Charlie, how you doing? Hey everybody, if you could just hit the like button for me, that'd be great. So like I said, we got the ICE facility in Broadview. They have a memorial set up down at the other end of detainees that died in custody.
That's for the Day of the Dead.
Were the three citizens there were detained yesterday of international descent? No, they were not. They were U.S. citizens. That is what we were told. And the Evanston mayor gave a press conference yesterday to that effect, that they were U.S. citizens. They actually caused a car accident yesterday in Evanston where I think it was a car maybe behind them they thought was following them. I know that's right, prima donna. um, there was a car that was following. Well, the federal agents thought that they were following them. I don't know if they actually were. They ended up slamming on brakes, and the car, yes, of course, slammed into the back of them, and they out and arrested them like they was trying to harm them. I think that this is a lot of the behavior that is going on with the ICE agents, that they are saying, right? They're saying that there is aggressive behavior um, towards them, but who can prove that, right? Because we are all living our lives, driving down the street, right, Winky Wonder? We're all living our lives driving because we live here, right? So they could think that anybody is following them because they're not from here, right? So who can prove that? Who can prove that they weren't following them, but they'll put out to the media that they were being followed aggressively? But were you? We live here. So we could be following you because you're going the way we going. So for me, it is all of the misinformation that they are putting out to make the public think that something is happening to them, that people are attacking or following them. We're actually just living our lives, going about our day to day, going to the store, going wherever we going. They not from here. They got to use GPS to get to wherever they going, and they are thinking that somebody is following them. Make that make sense? When I go and visit other places, right, I might feel like somebody is following me because they are just turning down the same streets I'm turning down. But they live there. I don't. I'm following GPS. They following their brain. But, these are the things that I'm glad we have YouTube for, so that the correct information get put out, right? So, for me, now they offering them money to do push-ups. See, they are taunting the Illinois state troopers are down there, and the ICE agents. They have this building over here that you see. They're going in there to probably get rest. I think the actual facility is over there too. They have two of them. So you got this one, maybe the processing, and this one right here. See, there go a van right there. Now they're going to harass more people. So I think that's where they take them initially to process them. This may be where they take them to house them temporarily, and the buses over there are where they eventually ship them to wherever they're going to take them.
I have a video on my YouTube page where I follow the man and the man and the motor bus.
Somebody tell Donkey Jack how that little stank Lord have mercy. Somebody tell Donkey Jack that little stank just opened up a clothing store in College Park, Georgia. She just opened up a clothing store in College Park, Georgia, called what is it? The New Wave. THA, because she always have to put her initials in it. So the New Wave is what the clothing store is called. And so at one point, Don Lemon's been out here. There's this other guy. His name is Cam Higby. If you get a chance, I don't subscribe to him, but I watch him because he's funny. He tries to debate people. He's trying to be the next Charlie Kirk, if you ask me, which is insane, but whatever. That's what he's trying to be. So um, he debates people. They were set up on the campus of Utah. In Utah, no prison, Donkey Jack, not yet. And he was debating people. I can't imagine the ICE agents will not look back at this time of their lives and wish they resigned and look for other employment. We can wonder. I'm gonna give y'all my little. We got since we're out here talking about this. Let's talk about ICE. There are federal reports, and you can go and look them up. They're online that say that Antifa has infiltrated the highest level of government. So they say you have Antifa in the alphabet boys. You, I would imagine, have Antifa in the ICE. And if you ask me, this is the way they act because there were lots of blacks targeted in that midway ICE raid thing. And so for me, this is that. This is the legal Antifa. And that's how they are using these federal agents because the federal agents should be working for us. Hey TK, how you doing? Should be working for the American people and should be protecting us to some degree, or at least protecting the Constitution. And this is not that, is what I feel. But that's my personal opinion, child. Listen, they told y'all I'm done. I'm done. I don't know anything. I'm fat, I'm black, and I'm ugly. So let's just stick with that. Okay? Okay. But we're here at let me show y'all the Broadview. I'm embarrassed to ask. I'm only comfortable asking because it's you. Can you explain Antifa to me? I'm going to tell you in layman terms what I feel like Antifa is. It's the modern day KKK. That would be the easiest way to explain that to you. The modern day KKK. So there's the Broadview water tower. And like I told you, if you go to the last Broadview meeting, I can't believe that because they are not being vetted as before. Their training is little to none compared to 6 months before. Yes, K-Mac, and at the same time, what can I say? They are also getting these big signing bonuses, right? Who does that? Who offers somebody $20,000 to be an ICE agent? What type of recruits are you going to get? Is my question. When you do that, so that is the question that I have. And so especially when they wear masks, right? We're not in COVID allegedly, and you can't see their faces. Our officers supposed to be able to be identified, right? So, there's that. To me, this is moving more like a mafia, more like a organized crime unit than it is a government public agency. So, this ICE facility is basically in an industrial, unassuming part, right? And like hundreds of dollars for every person they kidnap. Correct. It's in like the industrial part of Broadview. There's a neighborhood on the other side, which is where we had to park because they stopped all of the parking. You used to be able to park over here, but you can't. So we have to park in the neighborhood and then walk all the way back down here to the ICE facility. And so Any person that is listening to this that you think this is about immigration, this is not about immigration. This is actually about the Constitution and your constitutional rights, right? So everyone should be worried because as Felon 47 is going along, he's actually changing laws, right? He's actually changing things. So what he's doing is he's testing the Supreme Court. He's testing the judicial arm of um, our country to see what he can get away with and what he can't. And what he can't, then he's finding out how he can legally get around that, right? That's what's happening. Okay? Um, and so this is an assault on the Constitution. This is an assault on your basic rights. Everything in the Bill of Rights, everything in the Constitution, that the people that were fleeing a dictator of a king were coming over here to get away from, they made those constitutional rights because of that, right? Now, for me, I feel like there should be a rewriting of the Constitution. We are now 225 years outside of that Constitution that never included black or brown people at the table, right? My needs and what I need are definitely different from some other people's needs, right? So we need to begin to make amendments that make sense for the modern time, for right now, for what we may come upon in the future, right? And so you got three of the amendments that have something to do with race. So you can't tell me that the Constitution and the Bill of Rights was really written for us. So those things need to be amended. They need to be looked at. And for all the people that are saying, oh, the Democrats have us in a shutdown, please tell me how. It's a Republican House, it's a Republican Senate, and it's a Republican president. Make it make sense. This is their shutdown. Baby, this is their shutdown. Make it make sense. Huh? So for anybody that says this is the Democrats' fault, this one thing I'm not going to give them. Now, I'm an independent. So I vote for whoever has what aligns with my views, whether they're Republican or Democrat. Okay? But I said what I said. It's a Republican House, a Republican Senate, and a Republican president. Explain whose shutdown it is. I mean, to deny someone health care it in the land of the free, the home of the brave, make it make sense. Okay, well, there's that. Y'all figure that out. Talk amongst yourselves in the comments. Your most concern is the right to vote as a black citizen. The plant lady, as it should be. It should be on the top of your list as a concern. Because if they redistrict, if they're able to redistrict these congressional districts, you will not have any type of representation. Okay? Because immediately that will get rid of 30 black representatives and senators. Immediately. That will leave 32 left. There's 62 right now.
You see the police is about to come and get me.
D-Love about to get arrested. They drove up here specifically to tell her get her ass out the street. I'm dead. How can I somebody and they about to get arrested? I'm gonna have to stay here until they let her go. That's gonna be crazy. I have to go back home and get a tent. Fix it, Jesus. Okay, just tell them you from Harvey. They'll let you go.
Oh yeah.
Say, I'm from Harvey. You sure you want to do this?
I ain't from Harvey. That is hilarious. I looked up like they could have told me.
And they was.
And they was.
Yeah, not too much going on out here right now.
They knew the black girl with some boots was not finna fall that now.
I'm done. I'm done with you. What questions y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to know? We talked to one person. The plant lady, I think the best thing that we can all start doing as a black and brown community is encouraging each other to vote, right? Because if for anybody that says voting doesn't matter, tell them to look at Dalton, right? Because they came together and voted, and they voted Tiffany out, right? Their one vote did that. So I think that we need to make sure that our neighbors, our children that are of age to vote, are registered to vote, and we make sure that they do vote, right? And we hold each other accountable for voting. And for me, if you don't vote, baby, you better not say nothing to me. Because the first thing I'm going to ask you is, did you vote? Okay, if you did, then okay, speak. But if you didn't, okay, go to bed. Because at this point, that's what we have. That's the power we have. Besides our buying power, right? Besides our dollar. Do you know that the black and brown communities, we just see what we did to Target? When we stopped buying and we stopped going, we had the CEO step down, and now they are reeling, right? We stopped buying them Jordans. Baby, listen. We stopped buying a whole bunch of other things and started buying black only. There are black owned suppliers out here that I buy from. I try to use black owned contractors when I can. These are the things we need to start doing. We need to start figuring it out, getting rid of all the Umars and all of these people who are collecting money and not producing anything, because we need to start producing our own schools. We need to start producing our own neighborhoods. We need to start producing our own grocery stores. We need to start being self-sufficient, so that when these SNAP benefit things come down, we don't have nothing to worry about. You go right down to the black grocery store, show your link card, and get your food and keep moving. Because we are coming together as a community. Hey, H-Bag, how are you? So, we're at the Broadview Ice Facility, starting off the month, okay? I know that there are 100 other things you could be watching, 100 other things going on, right? I'm not about none of it. I'm trying to make sure that I can continue to vote, and I can try to come together and make my black other business owners stronger. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm really not trying to debate nobody. These people that be out here trying to debate, what I'm going to debate you about your stupidness for? Huh? Because me debating you not going to make me smarter. Definitely ain't going to make you smarter, because you're going to still be saying the same stupid things you're saying. Me? No, I've got to get to work. I got to get to work and try to figure out how I can support my children and my family by not working for anyone, by being an entrepreneur, right? So those are some of the things that I am doing when I'm not broadcasting. I'm building a business over here. And the business actually came from my YouTube channel. From me being forced out from somewhere else that I thought was good, to having to do my own thing, and have thus built a business from doing it. And so I'm grateful for that. But, for some of the people that are furloughed, that are black and brown, you need to start looking at opening up a consulting business or opening up your passion business. Because going back to work for the government, now the government has become, it used to be a secure place to work, right? You get a government job, you're like, oh, you're set up for life. Not so much. Not so much anymore, right? So if you have a passion and you do something and you do it well, you should figure out how to turn it into an enterprise, into a business to pass down to your children. Um, and all of those things. That's what you need to be focused on. If you are furloughed from the government, if you got fired and let go, you need to turn the knowledge that you know about what you used to do into a consulting business. Because one thing I can tell you, baby, when they open up this government back up, when we get a different president, the government is going to be looking for people again. And this time, y'all should tell them, no, we're going to be contracted and contracted only. And this is what I'm going to be paid, or I'm not going to work. This is the power that you should have in this moment. This moment should be about self-sustaining. This moment should be about building a business, building your family. This is what this moment should be about. This is a teaching moment. If you have a passion that can make money, you need to figure out how to turn it into a business. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be the hardest work you ever done in your life. Okay? Because starting this business from my YouTube channel, this has been the hardest learning curve I've ever done. It has been hard. But self-sustaining is what we need to be. Providing a service is a good business. Yes. Guess what? Sending your kids to trade school, learning how to weld, construction, culinary arts, cosmetology. These all now should be options. Why? Because they're instant businesses. Money. You want to get a job, fine, but open you a business with the certificate that you have. You can open a welding business. You can open up a construction business. You can open up a consulting construction business. Some people are here that people got picked up, and so they're here. They're here. Their family member has been arrested. And so they're going down there. They're going down there to see if they can see their family member. They finna turn her back around. Because nobody's come in here. Nobody's come in here yet. They just been going out. Or maybe they came last night. Okay.
A van just pulled up a little bit ago. A family member has been arrested.
Maybe we'll see if we can talk to them when they come back up this way, because they definitely ain't getting in down there. See, they got the state police ready to stop them. We'll try to find out what they told them, because I can guarantee you they told them that they took them somewhere to be processed, and then they'll be deciding where they're going to be housed. And with the Broadview mayor wanting to close this facility down, I guarantee you they probably not going to be housed out here, because she wants to close this facility. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can we know what happened?
Where was this at? Happened at?
And it was in the Bellwood Police Department parking lot.
Bellwood, right? So what they said was she was impeding when she probably was just asking questions.
I wasn't there.
You wasn't there? Okay.
It happened this morning.
12:08 minutes exactly.
Oh, I saw.
Oh, just a few minutes ago.
I saw a van pulled in.
It was 3 Escalades in that parking lot. It was a white one, a black one, and then they took her in the gray one. It was probably like almost 10 officers.
For one person.
For one person, yes. They said they were running an operation.
They gonna want you to move out the
A
street.
gross, yeah.
Yeah,
Here, come in this way because he going to tell you get off the street.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. Much else. All right. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
So this lady just walked up with a bag. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just walked up with a bag of
Said
things. I
date
don't know
birth
who
on
it's
it.
for. She has a name on it, and I think she's trying to find out where they are. Maybe they were told that they were down here, and so she came here to drop off some items. And so that's what they're talking to this officer about.
Oh, she said the girl in the burgundy said that's her cousin. Her cousin was arrested because of her.
No, they said that she was impeding an investigation. They was doing some sort of operation
In Bellwood.
in Bellwood at the police department in the parking lot.
Yes.
And she said that they arrested her cousin because they said she was interfering.
Interfered the project, the operation.
Yeah, and she said it was 10 officers. It was 3 Escalades, 10 officers that arrested her. And they put her, there was a white Escalade, a black one, and a gray one. And they put her cousin in a gray one. And they came here because this is the closest I think I'm from
So we have
Bellwood.
no idea like what happened to the cousin, right? Is
She
it-
said that they told the cousin that they may let her off with a warning, but they were going to take her either here or to the FBI building.
I assume it's a U.S. citizen, right?
Yeah, she's a U.S. citizen.
Just for like interrupt.
Yeah, that's what they claim. Now, do I believe that? No,
Why?
because you can ask them questions and they could feel like you are interrupting something, right? It's their interpretation of what they feel like is impeding. So you really like are in a lose-lose situation if you are trying to ask questions because they're gonna feel like you being aggressive towards them, right?
Yeah.
They get to judge that. So that's for me that's the propaganda that's being put out, right? Because I could tell you anything. I could feel like you being aggressive toward me, but you're not. You just asking a question.
Thank you for explaining.
Mhm.
I wasn't healing that.
Thank you. You came right on time. In the juice. You see everybody move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Swim again. I'm talking to family.
You could go down there since I already talked to her. Maybe the other lady will say something different. The one with the glasses, the sunglasses. So, just like I said, the young lady said her cousin was arrested in Bellwood at 12:08 for what they claim was impeding an operation. And just like I just told the gentleman, they get to decide what they feel like impeding is, right? It's their interpretation of impeding. I could be asking a question and they're gonna start screaming at me, telling me get back, all this, and I'm saying I'm just asking you a question. I think we all seen the alderman that was arrested in Chicago, and she was asking a question in the hospital when they were trying to take people out of the hospital. She was arrested at that point for asking, "Where's your warrant? How are you taking these people out?" So to me, these agents are being given too much power to decide who should be detained and who should not be detained. That's why U.S. citizens are being detained. But I said what I said about Antifa. They did allow the lady, looks like, to go all the way down there to with her package. Looks like she has a change of clothes for somebody. Um, to take, and they may be in this building. The windows, which I think this is very cruel. Look at these windows. Show y'all these windows. The windows on this building are boarded up. How is this? This is cruel and unusual punishment. Even the people that are in Cook County Jail have windows and they are labeled to see outside, right? Why are these windows boarded up? This is inhumane treatment, if you ask me. Why are the windows boarded up? I mean, you can get locked up in Cook County and still be able to see outside. This is some interesting tactics to me. This is making it look like the U.S. is the cruelest place to live on earth, if you ask me. Because if this is the land of the free and the home of the brave, right? When you step on here, you should be free no matter where you come from. But now when you get here, you run the risk of going to a building with no windows. I mean, are they feeding them at this point? Do we know, are they getting food? People could
supposedly being withheld food and water, and then it's given to them as for reward for good behavior.
Wow.
That's what I've been hearing.
Wow. So they're not even being given food or water. When they do get it, it's for good behavior. That is some, I don't know if you guys know who Mortimer Gaddafi is, but that is some Mortimer Gaddafi type shit.
One meal
Right.
a day.
That's if you get it though. It's for good behavior.
They're staging Subway wrappers and Jimmy John's wrappers
Right.
inside the prison that the officers have eaten, just to make it look like they're eating.
Right. Boarded up windows, right? You see this? Yeah, look at this. It's boards on the windows. This could make the people feel stressed out. People could want to give up. There's another vehicle entering. People could want to give up. These are cruel, cruel, cruel conditions. Like I said, I'm gonna start screaming, take me to Cook County, bitch. Take me to Cook County. Because at least I can, please, at least I can look out the window. They got the windows boarded up. And they getting meals, 3 of them. Take me to Cook County. That's where I'm going.
40 years old.
Hmm?
The lady who they looking for, she's 40 years old.
She's 40 years old?
Who are they looking for?
This people's family member got taken in Bellwood. She's a U.S. citizen. They are trying to break these people. This is torture. This is some. They better not be talking about Osama bin Laden, because this is some Osama bin Laden type shit out here. Okay. For everybody that agrees with this nonsense, look at this. This is the building they're taking them to with no windows. They boarded up. Where's the ventilation? Is there any ventilation in this building? Okay. If they're not being fed, they at least need some clean air. I mean, like I said, if you detain me, I'm finna do something. You gonna take me to Cook County, because I ain't going with you. Okay, I'm not going with you. I'm going Cook County. Get my meal. I can look out the window. I can use the bathroom. All of that. This is insane. This is horrible. This is what they not showing you on the news. This is what they not showing you on NBC, WGN, CBS, and all of those other places. This is what they are not showing you. That the buildings that they are taking these people to, the windows are boarded up. Is there proper ventilation? Do they have bathroom facilities? We heard they are not being fed unless they're compliant. These are cruel and unusual. This is cruel and unusual punishment. There is no due process here. This is horrible. I'm embarrassed to say that I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm embarrassed to say that right now. This is not humane. This is not due process. This is not we the people. This is none of this, because we the people ain't agreeing with this bullshit here. This is what they asked for when they voted for Trump. He told them exactly what he was going to do. He told them. Exactly. This is Project 2025 in action. For all the lies he told while he was running this campaign, saying he didn't have anything to do with Heritage House, yet his name was mentioned 360 times in Project 2025. Make it make sense. This is what y'all voted for. And still, this is what people are saying, flip red. What, you gonna flip yourself right into one of these buildings? Go ahead, flip red if you want to. If anything, you should flip to be an independent and vote the best candidate. We don't even need these freaking parties anymore. We should just be voting the best candidate, the best person for the job, who aligns with your morals. I don't need a party to tell me that. Y'all think Bernie Sanders crazy, but he know what he talking about.
Illinois State Police. Heard that you guys put on quite the show yesterday. What's up, dude? Yeah, I'm back.
His thing loud.
Yeah? Yeah, I upgraded.
So he must have been here yesterday. People on this side
Illinois
was
State Police.
telling him, hey.
The full world is watching. You thought that police brutality was bad in 2020? The full fucking world is watching what you're doing. What you did yesterday. Attacking fucking lawyers.
I should have came yesterday.
How fucking angry are you?
They must have did something to him. Did they do something to you? Did they do something to you? What happened? Tell us what happened.
Fucking... I'm gonna turn this off first. Yesterday they, I wasn't here, but there's several videos on it. I get all the updates through, group chats through an app. But yesterday the people took the streets, took this back, held signs, blocked the officers from coming or going, as is their constitutional right. We can stand in the street if we want to, as long as we're on traffic, which for the most part they weren't. No cars were coming or going this way, so we have the constitutional right to stand in the street. That's in the Constitution to protest. That's in the First Amendment. They responded by taking batons to people's heads. They attacked a lawyer, an NLG, National Lawyers Guild, that was being peaceful on the side. They sent him to the hospital, and it was a heavy attack on our civil rights, as it has been every day. But they had pepper bullets, whatever they're called.
They had rubber bullets yesterday?
No, pepper bullets, where it pierces your skin, then sends what's pretty much like pepper spray into your into that wound.
Oh,
So
wow.
that it'll sting more than it'll hurt
Oh.
at first. But yeah, they did that. They had military grade this fucking vehicle here with
All these
weapons
resources.
on top.
All
And
these.
just to attack the people, just to intimidate. There was, what was it, 2-to-1 protesters to police to protesters, heavily outnumbering us, heavily just overpowering, purely scare tactics to get us to stop protesting, to the best of their ability, to overpower us. And it's just, I guess it was that heavily, as it has been every Friday and Saturday, and just living by getting us to stop protesting by overpowering, which of course is just escalation. They're telling us to not instigate when they bring 2-to-1 officers at least, bring these weapons, bring out guns, bring out...
When they are supposed to de-escalate as officers, right? That's what they're supposed to be trained to do, right? Do we think that somebody has flipped? There go the gray car. Didn't she say her cousin was in the gray car? There go one.
They got your people at.
There go your girl. Here they go right here. They be blowing whistles when they come in and
That's what
everything.
they're trained to do is de-escalation.
That's what they got her
That's what they're supposed to be trained
Yeah.
to do. But I feel like the directive has come down to be something else, right?
Exactly.
Because the response of you acting aggressively towards me, who you're supposed to protect, which is what you're paid to do by my taxes.
So we can't see.
Somehow the translation is not coming, huh?
Yeah, but
So they're backing in because they have they're bringing more people in.
The people that they have arrested,
They go through that gate right there. So you can't.
No, because they go all the way back in the gate. But that gray car, I think she said it was a gray SUV, came in here, just came in there.
so how come they don't let you come up to the door, like ask if that person, if they
Now I'm gonna
arrested a
tell you,
person?
they just let that Caucasian lady go down there, and she got a bag. She had a bag with somebody's name on it,
Yeah,
but they let her and her friend, both of them, down there.
Yeah, but I need to know, like, if my niece was arrested and they brought her here, but I can't find her, and they won't allow me to step to the front door and ask.
My thing is, why did they let the other two ladies down there? That's what you need to ask him.
No, I think it's because for medication and stuff like that, like you can come in, but like I was notified that she was taken by
But
ICE.
ma'am, medication or no medication, you both are looking for people at the end of the day.
Right, but they don't let us in. Do you guys know why? Like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure.
they're trying to hide what's happening in there.
Yeah, the windows are
But-
boarded up, so
Yeah, that I
They gonna
know.
back the van up in there, so you can't see who comes out the van.
I don't care if you got medication or not. If they looking for a person, you looking for a person.
You
It's
can
the
walk up to
same
the state
thing.
patrol.
She tried
We're
it.
supposed to go through the
But
state
they
patrol.
won't, they won't allow me to come up to the door.
Well, the other, you can't go to the door, but I would say, why are they closer to the door than you ever even got? Listen, one thing about
I
Super,
mean, they're being arrested. They're
baby,
taking
if I see somebody else doing something,
Michigan.
and you telling me I can't,
I'm sorry?
we finna compare oranges to oranges. Cause she looking for a person and I'm looking for a person.
Kentucky, then they're sent out of the country from Kentucky.
She's a U.S. citizen.
Yeah. I mean,
Right now, that doesn't matter
that's what's happening. Once they're off to Michigan, they're
because they are not thinking with their brains. They are looking at a piece of paper and reading it.
Illinois State Police. How are your friends doing today?
Let me find out,
How's ICE doing today?
ma'am.
You remember when you said that you were
Ma'am.
here for us for those
Ma'am.
2 weeks?
What village do you live in?
We
Belleville?
remember that.
No, I live in
And we didn't
Broadview.
believe you then.
Okay, but where does she live?
She
Sure as
lives
hell
in
don't believe you
Elmhurst.
now.
She was.
Now that you're
Yeah, well,
attacking fucking lawyers, not letting a lawyer walk up to you to find out where somebody is as a U.S. fucking citizen.
So who do I ask or who do I reach out to for help? For
You're here to protect and serve, correct? We have somebody that's looking for somebody here.
hold on, I need a pen to write with.
I have a Sharpie.
Thank you. What's the number, please?
So you have two people down there.
When you
That
touch the National Lawyers Guild, I will get that number
Yes.
for you.
Can we get the National Police number?
Thank you.
they gave you a
We
number
have
to
a
call?
we got a
Here you
lawyer.
go.
Nobody's answering them, so we're helping them also.
Because a lot of the mayors have been helping the U.S. citizens, so that's why I was asking what
I
village.
already told Andre Harvey. He said he was gonna look into it because it happened in his parking lot.
Right.
I don't know, because when I went to Bellwood Police Station, they said they didn't know.
Can't read the chat. Let's see.
Mhm.
Somebody sent me the number.
So now he gonna hide the two ladies behind the white car, so we can't see that they down there where she can't go and see if her niece is down there. This be the BS. See, this be the stuff they don't show you on CNN and MSNBC and Fox and all of that. Here they come telling you get off the street.
Not the FBI building.
So this is what they are doing. They was down there for a long time asking questions. Child.
I am not. Okay, I expect to die.
And Kevin, that's exactly what I said. That's why I asked that man about foreign policy.
That we're using our First Amendment rights. I'm fucking angry at you. Show us.
Listen, if
Show
you
us
gonna
what you
come
did
out here, this how
yesterday.
you come dressed for business, okay?
Show us like you protected and served us yesterday.
So this lady has some medication,
Fucking
and she also
Nazi.
has some clothes for somebody. And so it looks like they let her give the
behind the barrier
clothes,
now.
but I don't know if they let her give the
Too
medication
fucking
because I see
terrified
the
of us.
medication still in the bag.
I'm
But
here
if the
with us
window's
usually
boarded up, do you think
when
that
we
they
can even
giving
walk
them any
those
medical
steps.
attention? Surely not.
Fucking Nazi.
Were you able to give your loved one the stuff?
For fucking shame. For
I
fucking
didn't
shame.
hear.
Yeah, closing our bench.
A
Fucking
child.
Nazi.
This man calling them Nazis is crazy. But that's the long and the short of it. This building, these windows being boarded up is definitely bothering me. How long we staying on here? I got kids to feed. Okay, not yet though. I want to make sure you get all the content you want to get.
No, I can't see. I see 872.
I wonder what they told those two women over there. I should have went down there and asked them. They left. I noticed that the clothes wasn't in her bag no more, but the medication still was. But I think they told him.
You need a number for the lawyer.
Yeah, I got them walking.
So
Thank you. 465. Yeah, 872.
you got all the, not too many protesters out here today. Pretty light. So you have loads of people out here making content and stuff. Y'all, I'm starving. I have not eaten anything. I left home and I fed my children. I cooked breakfast this morning, but I didn't eat one thing. Not anything. But so I gotta get me some lunch. I'm starving. What y'all doing today? Huh? What y'all doing today? Y'all think we should make this Broadview part of our broadcasting maybe on the weekends or something? The one in the city there's nowhere to park. Like I want to go one in the city, but I have to take the train down there because there's nowhere to park. Because it's really not that cold out. This wind is cutting a little bit, so I thought I might have something on my head.
4244. Got it.
Okay. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all for being with me and D Love today. D Love is over there getting content for her channel. We had a nice ride in till I had a business call on a Sunday. Then D Love was like, "We doing business in the car?" Oh, excuse me. Apparently my office hours are 24/7. But it is what it is. Listen, you guys, if you could like, share, subscribe to this video. Lots of good conversations in here. I'm gonna sign off, and you all go over to D Love's channel, okay? And I will talk to you guys. We have business to take care of. I have a Harvey recap, but I also we'll be having a Harvey resident on Wednesday, where I will do the recap. That's why I haven't done the recap for Harvey's meeting, because we're going to have a Harvey resident on the platform and we're going to do a recap, and we're just going to talk about a lot of other things. There's a lot of things popping off in Dalton. We are going to talk about it. Okay, I had somebody leave a message on my channel and say that I was being very adversarial. What I want to say to you, person that said I'm being very adversarial, what you're going to get over here is the truth. It doesn't matter who that harms or who that hurts. You're going to get the truth over here, the truth of what's happening, right? Because you deserve to know the truth. We're not going to cover up anybody's wrongdoings. So we have a lot to talk about when it comes to Dalton, and that's going to be coming up next week. A lot. Very disappointing. But not that they can't change things around, not that they can't do better. They have to want to do better, but we're going to talk about it. This is the problem with our community, that we don't want to talk about things. We want to just let things go and go and go and cover up things. Oh, I like this person. I don't want to do that. We're going to do it. We're going to be over here talking about things. We're going to be over here doing it. I don't care. I don't care who like it, who don't like it. I ain't nobody's friend now. I'm nobody's friend. I don't care. There's a lot going on in Dalton. We need to talk about it. There's a lot going on in Harvey, and we need to talk about that, because voting for Illinois is coming up in March 17th. We have to vote. And we need to do so and be fully informed when we do it. And we are going to get that over here. Okay? I see you guys.